So everybody, my name's Harry James. This is the preview for Oklahoma, Texas Tech. You know, it's pretty amazing Oklahoma's record in Lubbock, with Oklahoma only having one quarterback, just one, getting more than one start in Lubbock since 2009. I need to know who that one quarterback is. He's got 2 starts in Lubbock, and here's a hint for you guys. He played all 4 years in Norman. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who was it? Pretty sure you know this one, Brady. Love you, buddy. Boomer Series 1982. Here we go. Let's do the preview, baby! Welcome back to the Texas Tech Preview, everybody. My name's Harry James. The one quarterback to make more than one start in Lubbock, Landry Jones, made a start in 2009, and then again, remember the one in 2009, remember he made that one in lieu of Sam Bradford, going down in Arlington against BYU in the season opener. The other start, I believe, was his senior year in 2012. The other quarterbacks to play in Lubbock, Cody Thomas. Remember that one when Trevor Knight went down? Of course, the shootout that really kind of started the Mike Stoops out of Norman talk. Remember that game? Baker Mayfield and some guy that you may have heard of that's just out the road in Kansas City named Mahomes. And then, of course, it was the Kyler Murray show 2 years later. Kyler Murray, Alan Bowman, and then the other quarterback that I believe is now at Tulane as an option quarterback. So, just a little tidbit for you. Landry Jones was the last quarterback to start twice in Lubbock. Series history in this series overall, 21-6. That is a 78% winning clip in 27 games for the Sooners against the Red Raiders. And in this series, in 12 games, like we talked about before, the actually playing pretty well there in Lubbock, 8-4 with a 76% winning clip in 12 games. The last win for Texas Tech was that 2011 show. Remember that one? In Norman, 41-38, Landry's senior year. Remember that one? Or junior year, maybe? Ugh. And then Oklahoma's the last win for the Sooners, 2019. That one also in Norman, 51-16 over the Raiders. The game will be on Big Bad Fox. Big Fox. Right as they believe they're about to name a baseball World Series winner. So this one will be the nightcapper, 7 o'clock Central Time on Fox. If you don't want to listen to Spencer Tillman and those guys, you can listen to our guys. T-Row, Toby Rowland, the play-by-play man. He calls hoops and basketball. Hoops or basketball, as you call it, and baseball for the Sooners. Also, as we talked about, the football, as we all know, and is a host of his own radio show, Sports Talk 1400, from 6 to 9, Monday through Friday. Boy, that Toby's a busy man. Speaking of being busy, His color analyst, Teddy Lemon, is on from 3 to 6 on the same Sports Talk 1400 Monday through Friday, and of course is the color analyst for the Sooners. Also is his co-host on the Lincoln Riley Coaches Show. Sideline reporters, now these guys are on the coaches' corner, are Gabe Ikard and Chris Plank. First on the sidelines, Gabe Ikard with his franchise tag. He's on Big 12 today on Sirius XM 375, I'm sorry. He's on from there from 3 to 5. Also, the main man on the sidelines, the Planker, the Plank Show. He's on there with Gabe on Big 12 today on Sirius XM Radio 735 from 3 to 5, and has his own radio show from 9 to 11 on the Sports Talk 1400 network. And in a few hours on the weekends, you can hear him from 10 to 1 on Fox Sports National Radio. So that's about the radio broadcast, the broadcast. Let's talk about the teams. And we'll start with the good guys. The Sooners of Oklahoma. The former Raider is Lincoln Riley. He leads the Sooners. In Norman, he's got a 39-8 overall record in 47 games. That is an 83% winning clip overall. And a 26-5 record in conference play in 31 games. That is an 84% winning clip. That conference record does include 3 conference championship games where he is 3-0. And the overall record does include an 0-3 college football playoff bowl record. But all 3 losses, as we talked about, all 3 of them in the college football playoff. But guys, you don't get to those college football playoffs without conference championships. But to get to the conference championship games, you have to get to the divisional championships. And the Sooners have 8 of them. And 3, they've qualified for the game 3 more times. They qualified for it as far as the Big 12 North and the Big 12 South. They clarified the South Division in 2000, 02, 03, 04, 06, 07, 08, and 2010. And they qualified for the revamped Big 12 Championship game the last 3 seasons, 17, 18, and 19. But nobody cares about declaring or getting into the game. They care about getting into the game and winning it. The Sooners have done that 12 times in the Riley Stoops, Coach Stoops era. We should say Coach Stoops because we all know that Drake is still on the team and Isaac is still at OU. So Coach Stoops and Coach Riley have combined for 12, helping the Sooners to clear out 12 championship bracelets, rings, including 2000, 02, 04, 06, 08, 2010, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Now, 2012, that's the one that they tied with Kansas State. They actually lost that year to Kansas State and Notre Dame, both Landry's senior year, if you remember that. But last year, they won another Big 12 championship, heading out to a 12-2 overall record, 8-1 in league play record, tied with Baylor with an 8-1 record, beating Baylor a second time in Dallas, or in Arlington, if you will, 30-23 in overtime in the Dallas Cowboy Stadium. That thing's nice and bright and pretty. After that, they got invited to the Peach Bowl, where LSU got a hold of them. 63-28 loss. But in 2020, what about this, guys? 3-2, 2-2 in Big 12 play, Not bad. First win coming in against Missouri State, 48-0 shellacking there. Actually, I found this out on Twitter, that Missouri State defense, not terrible. Not terrible. Not great. I don't know how it would rank in NCAA or Division I, but in their own division, they're not bad. Speaking of being not bad, two also teams that are not bad defensively, Kansas State and Iowa State beat Oklahoma in back-to-back weeks. Kansas State got them in Norman 38-35. Iowa State got them in Ames 37-28. Against Texas, a week later, the Sooners bounced back, got a big 53-45 quadruple overtime victory in that one. That was enough to hold off Texas. And then yesterday, defended off TCU pretty easily, 33-14. Offensively, the Sooners are averaging this year 39.8 points per ball game, and yards per ball game are averaging 501.2 offensively. Defensively, the Sooners are giving up 26.8 points per ball game, and they are being allowed and are allowing 334.2 yards of offense this season. For the red Scarlet Raiders, Matt Wells, an Okie in his own right, went out and played at Utah State. Played out there, then went back to his alma mater from 2013 to 2018 to be the HBC, that is head ball coach, before heading back to the Great Plains of Lubbock, Texas. Headed back there in 2019, last season. At Utah State and Texas Tech, he's got a combined 94 wins with a 52-45 record, 50-45 record. That is a 53% winning clip. Overall, in conference play, that is 36-29. That is a 55% winning clip in 65 games. And just about right, 50%, 4-4 in bowl appearances. Big 12 championship appearances, Zippo for Texas Tech. Championships, Zippo from Texas Tech. They do have one division championship. Remember, they tied with this one with Texas and us in Oklahoma, with Texas Tech probably making the catch heard around the world by Michael Crabtree. In 2019, the Red Raiders were 4-8, 2-7 in Big 12 play, tied with themselves, by the way, 9th place in the Big 12. Their best win was a 8-pointer at Texas Tech as they beat the Oklahoma State Cowboys. This year, they are 2-3, 1-3 in Big 12 action. 2-3, 1-3, yeah. The one win, an exhibition on conference win over Houston Baptist, 35-33. Then, by the way, that game was at home. Then, well, they lost to Texas, 63-56. That one stung. It stuck with them the next week as they lost in Manhattan, 31-21, and then lost it again in Ames, 31-15. Got back on the right track, though, against a much improved West Virginia defense, 34-27 over the Mountaineers. Got that one in Lubbock for that. Offensively and defensively, offense, Matt Wells and company are averaging 32.2 points per ball game and 430.8 yards offensively per ball game. Defensively, they allow 37 points, and they allow 486.8 yards on defense. Alright guys, that'll do it. My name's Harry James. You can catch this and all my other videos on YouTube, BoomerSooner1982. Also, Twitter, at HypeManHarry, or on YouTube, BoomerSooner1982. Real quick, guys, before we do anything else, Patreon is a really cool thing, guys. Plus, not only is it really cool, one of my buddies, actually two of them, Brady Trentham and Keegan Renault, they do this same thing right here. We're doing right here, a podcast kind of thing, and actually, you can get it for $5. You can hear the post-game version. Their pregame's already on the free app. You can get that one on podcasts anywhere. But on Patreon is where you find the post-game. But that's for $4. If you do the $5 one, I do the $5 one, what you also get is you also get like a film breakdown. Keegan will actually do a film breakdown for you to help you understand the TCU, last week TCU, this week will be Texas Tech, as we know. Alright guys, thanks for watching again. My name's Harry James, so by the way, give them a listen. They're awesome. I listen to them. They're on my go-to, man. I love Brady. I love Keegan. And the Inside OU podcast. Alright guys, thanks for watching. My name's Harry James. You can listen to this and all my other videos on YouTube, BoomerSooner1982. Also, on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or on Twitter, at HypeManHarry. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Boomer Sooner, everybody. I'm out of here. See ya. Peace.